Welcome back for another episode of Car Dealer Simulator here on Simulated Mind. We play the game like it's a Shia LaBeouf motivational video. It's not really going to change your life, but you're going to have some good laughs while watching. And so with that, let's go ahead and have a few more laughs as we try to get to Reputation 8 here. Now, it's going to be a bit of a grind. It's going to take a fair amount of cars. It does seem to vary based on maybe the type of car, but for sure the amount of work you put into a car. And actually, talking about that, we have parts that... Okay, so these need to be repaired. Let's go ahead and do that. So on the last video, I had someone ask, well, why don't you just take a car and with the repair machine, just make everything 100%? Now, that is something you could totally do. Earlier on, it wasn't available because we needed the upgrade to unlock the machine. And then from there, it's kind of a monetary issue. Like, it really depends. Do you want to balance multiple cars or do you want to balance just one car at a time? Technically, because you are a dealership, if you really want to role play that, it makes it a lot harder to try to 100% every single car that you're trying to do. But is it doable? Absolutely. And so today, I think that's what I want to try to do, is let's just take a car and let's just 100% as much as possible. Now, we don't have the upgrades to do the engine or the clutch, but we can do all of the exhaust system, all of the shock systems, and the brakes. So we will just try to 100% everything that we can, see how much value it adds on, as well as how much reputation we get from selling it. So with that, let's go ahead and start searching for a vehicle. Yeah, I think it's definitely viable, but it might not be viable all the time because it is still a fair amount of work, even if you do have tools to make it quicker and employees to hopefully make it a little bit quicker. But we do want drivable because, unfortunately, I can't replace an engine right now. If we can get treated or excellent, that would be great. Because at least that way, if it is in excellent condition, more likely than not, hopefully fingers crossed, the engine will at least be in really good condition in the clutch. As for the price, let's go there to there. That's fine. So what vehicles do we have? Cargo-wise, P4. Now, those have some really good value. You find one under 20K, you can easily get 30 to 40K by repairing the right parts on it. So it is a very good vehicle to sell. I think the Harmonias are as well. They can be quite good. I still think the cargo-wise, to me, from what I've seen, seems to be the best. Like, look at this here. 2009 at 15,000 miles. 35% drivable. It's okay. Excellent condition on the outside, though. $62,000. You know what? Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's see if we can't fix it up. With it being at 35%, there's a good chance there is some engine damage and clutch damage that we can't fix, but let's take a look. We can scan it before we buy it as well. Get out of here. And we'll see if we can't deck this cargo van out and see what kind of rep and money we get for it. I know I didn't bring the dolly. It's fun. Luckily, you can reset it. And there's a cooldown for 2 minutes. So, not too bad. Hi there. I see Euro 62 450 and what's the opposite of raise? And I lower it down to 47 650. Because that sounds like a fun number. Okay, she dropped down 10K. I'll take that. What are you staring at? She definitely wasn't thinking on the price on that one. You don't lean forward like that to think. Ma'am? Excuse you. I am taken, thank you very much. Rude. Yeah? I actually don't mind the sim sounds. I think they sound pretty funny. But I can imagine some people going, oh my god. Cigarette? No, they never want a cigarette. It's always candy.
Yeah! Woohoo! Ah.
Okay, it was the pole. I was like,
Ha.
are you kidding me? Am I colliding with the basketball? Wow. But no, no. We're good. Excuse me. Pardon me. Okay. Oh. I think that car stopped because we honked. Maybe. Madman coming through. Oh, you know what? I never scanned it. It's fine. I was going to buy it either way, so. Actually, these guys are going to leave soon. No, I don't need the light. I need the scanner. Ugh. Yeah, that engine isn't in great condition, I kind of figured. Radiator and clutch as well, not looking great. Not terrible, could be worse. All this, though, we can definitely change out. So we'll change all these other sections. Hey, Michigan. Rock on. Will you keep working if it gets too late? You know what? I'm not even going to try it. Let's get some sleep. Just do it. Just do... Huh? Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway. Alright, so they won't get here for another hour. We've scanned it. Oh! Also, I had a comment telling me that supposedly you can interact with the black panel here for the paint shop. Because when you go into the paint shop, you don't have any options to do anything. But they say go to the black panel, but I also don't see an indicator to do anything on the black panel. So yeah, I'm not sure on that. Maybe it's my game that's bugged or something. If anyone can verify that, though, that'd be great. I believe that was Edward that left that message, so thank you very much for the comment. But yeah, I'm seeing it. I'm just not seeing an indicator for it. We could try with the car inside of it. That might actually help, too. Let's see. Because I've had the car inside, and I looked at that black panel. I was like, oh, that looks interesting, but I didn't see any sort of indicator saying, oh, hey, click this. Oh, wow, it lights up. Okay, I've never seen it light up, legit. So anytime I put the car in here, I just never saw it light up. That's interesting. Maybe I had a bug for a bit, or I just didn't park the car in where it needed to be. Okay, cool. Well, thank you for that. Hold on. I need to see a man about putting my foot up there. Come here. No. Yep, there you go. How's that? Body surfboard. Whoa. Where are you going? Hey, hey. I'm not done with you. Hey, get out of here. Anywho. Orange, brown, black. Oh. I would love to see a few more color options as well as some patterns. I think would be really cool. You know, just even simple things like pinstripes or something like that. Yeah, I like the purple. Okay, and that has a timer too. So just under a minute. Like it was like 59 seconds, I think, when it started. So cool. Awesome, awesome. I wonder if color is just purely cosmetic or if color does impact the price. Because in real life, the colors do impact the price of a vehicle. They just know that certain colors tend to sell better than others. And so they will make sure that there's a price associated with that, you know? Alright, so while that's doing that... Oh, okay, no, it's just... I thought it was like inside that, and I was like, that's interesting. You know, this sounds stupid, but I am very curious. I really want to know if you put tape in the repair machine, if it'll repair it. I know it's absurd, but, I mean, depending on how someone programs the back end, not always impossible either. See, does it see it? No, it doesn't. Okay, so you can't actually move it over. Uh-oh. How do I unselect? Oh, no. Yeah, for some reason, I can never unselect the thing. There we go. Oh, that works, I guess, right? Okay. Get a few more items over. Wow, lots of manifolds. I'm actually kind of surprised at that. I didn't realize I changed out that many. Wait, where did all the... Huh? I put in more stacked items than this. Hold up. Didn't I? Oh, I guess I was... Oh, because I was full. I just thought it all went over. I was like, oh, cool, okay. There we go. Beautiful. I love how we just cram it in a tumbler and call it a day. Don't actually do that in real life, okay? Ooh, that purple actually looks pretty good on this. Wait, I'm sorry. What? Habba? Holy crap, that was fast. Okay, wow. I mean, I knew that the time shortened each time they worked on a car, but... Holy crap. Okay. It's done. Well, not anymore. Time to go back. Hi. You want to get paid for just standing around? Great. Alright, so while that's getting washed, which shouldn't actually take all that long, right? Because you've done a few of them now. Yeah, under 2 minutes. Okay, I'll take that. So let's take a look at the Carfax real quick. So we're going to need... Honestly, we might as well just change out everything for the brakes. So we need 4 calipers and 4 disc brakes. Do we have that in our inventory right now? No. Well, let's go ahead and remedy that. But let's move some items over. Actually, hold on. No, that's right. The car's in here. I'll have to reset it, but I'll do that in a beat. So we need 1, 2 calipers. We have 4. Perfect. Okay. And 4 brake discs. Perfect. We will need suspension pins, but we'll worry about that later. And a muffler, but we'll worry about that later. We'll take a battery as well. Now, can any of these... We can fit 5 more. Okay, so we'll bring these over and put these in the tumbler. Like we're polishing rocks or something. All right, thank you, sir. Good job. So I'm going to rescan this real quick. So as we can see, visual condition all at 100% now. We haven't actually had to change any fuses, which I find interesting. That hasn't been a thing yet. We can purchase them, but I haven't had to change them out. We have 3 holes in the exhaust? Jeez, okay. Well, luckily we'll change that out, so. But let's do all of this first. Right now, let's see, we bought it for $50K, and with the changes we've already made to it with the visual condition and stuff, we're looking at $65K. So $15K jump, not too bad. Now, mind you, the market value was, well, the woman wanted $64K. So she was probably not that far off from market value, but we were just able to haggle with her a bit. So yeah, we bought it for $50K, but we probably bought it underneath market value anyway. But still, I'll take that as a gain. $15K is a nice gain. All right, we start with the wheels. You know, this is the world's most expensive electric screwdriver, but man, it works. It's so nice to use. All right, we'll go for the other wheel over here. Makes you almost wish that fixing cars was really this easy. You know, in some respects, I wish that I took automotive when I was in high school, just to better understand the vehicles and stuff, especially if you're driving it as much as you do. It's always good to at least understand the basics of your vehicle so you can help maintain it. And if anything happens where you break down on the side of the road, at least you can do something, right? But I never did. But it was probably for the best, though, too, because if I remember right, the auto teacher was a pretty crappy person. Yeah, my dad used to be a mechanic for a little bit. He loved cars. That was one of his fixations. Basically, he could tell you a bunch about anything having to do with sports, with cars, and even with like vehicles from like the World Wars and stuff, like different tanks and planes and stuff like that. He was very good with holding that information. You know, and honestly, too, even if you yourself don't ever do the work, but you learn how to do some things on your car, at least you understand what goes into it, so you can better appreciate when other people do it. But also on top of that, you can also go, you know, I think you're kind of screwing me over. You know, you could be a little more educated on what people tend to offer you and go, no, I can go somewhere else, or I can do it myself at that point. All right, so everything should be done here. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. All right, so let's go grab some elements from the suspension side of things. So we will need 2 pins, 4 shock absorbers, 2 fronts, and 2 rears. Yeah, you know what? Let's just dump all of this. Let's see, 23, 24, 25. Move that over. 7, 8, 9, 10. Gonna have to do a trade-off here. Brakes are done. One of those. Actually, we don't need that. And this is what? This is the rear. Okay. I need to actually check to see if we have any more shock absorbers. Hopefully it's not the only one. 23, 24, 25. I guess, yeah, we should move this over anyway so we can make room. The joys of inventory juggling. Cool. Alright. Get that going. Okay, so we have the one battery that we need. We don't need 3 exhaust manifolds. Those can go over there. So that is a rear with the rear. So we have 2 rears. That's a front. Perfect. Yep, we got the resonator. That's all good there. We are going to need a muffler. Let's pop that over. And we do need a suspension pin. Okay, so I think we're good there, but we do need another shock. So we have a rear, a front, so we need one more front absorber. Right, let's go for that. We'll go and buy one real quick before the store closes. Love this feature. And Apex Motors Vanguard reset. Sweet. Wait, what else was listed here? No, I want to see, what is this? Okay. I'm really curious on what that is. Why is there a radio symbol there? Coming through! I know I'm doing it illegally. But just know, I am coming through. I am trying to warn you. Excuse you. Got important things to do. Okay, so we need a front shock. Let's grab that. Can't do anything with the radiator. I do believe we need another suspension pin, so we'll take that. We're going to need another catalytic converter. I actually don't remember seeing one, so I might actually have to grab that too. So let's just do it. If we have one, hey, that's fine. If not, then perfect. Oh yeah, plate repair kit. Dang it. I don't know why I have so many cigarettes. Every time I get into the game, I have like millions of them. Oh, okay, actually we have repair kits there. Perfect. Well, fine. I do hope we see new cars get added in. I'm not sure if we'll get any more currently in this stage of early access, but if we do, great. That would be awesome. But if not, hopefully in the future we'll see some more get added on. It'd be great to see some nice variety. We already have pretty good variety right now. Let's see, what was I doing? Yep, okay, got the stuff we needed. You guys are fine, right? Yep, doing all right? Okay, great. Okay, so back at it. You, my friend, need to go. It's a car party, but you're not invited. Yeah, I love the speed of the electric screwdriver. My only thing is the motion of the camera. I get why you need to do it, But as a person that gets motion sickness, ooh, I'm trying to go fast to an extent, but at the same time, I'm like, maybe I should slow down just a little bit. Motion sickness is wild. Like, I hate that I have it, and I've always had the bad end of it throughout most of my life. As a kid, I could never do any interesting rides at, like, carnivals or, theme parks or anything like that. I would always just get so sick from just the smallest, like, degree change with motion. I actually didn't ride Ferris wheels for the longest time because I thought, I don't know. Like, they're not going fast, so I don't think they'll bother me. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to risk it, be all the way up at the top and go, I feel sick. But I did actually finally go a couple years back. My brother visited me when I was living in LA, and we went to the Santa Monica Pier, and they have a big Ferris wheel there. And so I jumped on it with him and my 5-year-old, and it was a blast. We had a really good time. It was just very chill. It was really nice to see the sights from so high up. You could see so far out, and it was a clear, beautiful day. And my 5-year-old had a great time, and that was the biggest thing. And my brother, too, so... yeah, assembly. Yeah, my partner and a lot of her family can totally do anything that spins, anything that goes up and down, like it's nothing. I'm just looking at it like, wow. My brother can do the same thing too. But me, nope. Just, I will be sick, it will be bad. And I'm trying to think about the poor person who's, sitting in front of me whenever I end up getting sick, like, I don't want to be that person that does something like that. That almost happened on a flight, actually. What was it? I was filming, actually, a TV show in Michigan. And I was flying back to LA. And I just got so sick. I woke up and was instantly sick. And it's very rare when I can sleep on a plane. So I was even impressed I was able to sleep. But as soon as I woke up, I just felt like I was like just spinning. It felt so bad. I'm like, no, please, don't want to. I'm like trying to force myself to like go back to sleep, anything. I didn't want to get up either because I was surrounded on both sides because I was in the center aisle on the plane. It was not fun. Luckily got through it. It passed. I landed, was very happy to be off the plane. And usually I actually really don't get motion sickness from planes. I used to with the takeoff, but that's gotten better. I think some of it too was just like mentally, like subconsciously, I was like fighting against the plane, like because I'm not used to something moving if I'm not in control of it. So I had to, let that go as well. So it became better. But yeah, that experience was not fun. Oh no, we want to assemble like the Avengers. Pop that on. Yeah, if we were doing this all via wrench, that would definitely slow us down a lot. But this is just so much quicker now. Oh, I don't have a resonator on me? Hold up. How do I not have a resonator on me? Exhaust resonator. I have it right there. Why isn't it showing up? Am I looking at the right thing? Hold on. Catalytic converter. Oh, that's the resonator. That's right. This is the exhaust tailpipe. Ah, that would do it. I flipped them in my head. I'm like, wait a minute. Yep, so resonator. We need a tailpipe. That would help. Don't have one here. And that's the catalytic converter. Resonator. There's a tailpipe. Okay. They don't look like perfectly the same. Like, they don't look identical, but similar enough if you're not really paying attention. I think that's what happened to me. Okay. So let's pop these over to make some room. Let's get that tailpipe over. Oh, that's right. Out of 10. Now, with stuff at already 100% durability, can we run it again? Yep, okay. Yeah, look at that. 100%. All the way down. Love that. Oh, that's right. The suspension pins. We can at least do that while we wait. We can also do the battery while we wait. Yeah, I wish we could change these up, but we're just not to that level yet. Yeah, the process is definitely a bit more affordable with the repair machine as long as we have the parts. And it's a bit quicker with the screwdriver, which helps. Makes this a lot more feasible, you know? Let's see. So let's go to... The pins are over here. You know, it's interesting that they decided to go with the same design on the inside for every single car instead of varying it up. I wonder if they will go that route, though. Because when looking at a car, it's never the same. Like, the insides are just never in the same positioning and everything else. Like, just trying to find the battery alone on some vehicles, or trying to get access to the spark plugs of all things, can be strenuous depending on the design of the vehicle. And now cars are becoming more computers than anything else. Then you have to think about all that hardware. Cool. All right, so the pins are done. Wow, yeah. We went from buying the vehicle for a little over 50K to market value of 70K, which means we can probably sell it for like 90K, 85K, somewhere around there. That's pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and change out the battery real quick while we can. There we are. Okay, good. They're almost done. I was hoping. So 21 of 25. As we don't need these things. Well, actually, we do need this. One. We don't need these. Let's pop that over. We need this. Perfect. All right. So we take what we need. Add 2, pull 2. More juggling, I know. All right, perfect. Let's get that going. Vehicle applied directly to the forehead. So we want assemble. Nice. Hello, hello. Last but not least. All right, look at that. So with the last 2 bits, we ended up getting an additional, what, like 2K or so out of that? Not too bad. So that's what it'll look like with 100% everything, except for, of course, engine, radiator, and clutch. If we put in the engine, or, you know, like switched out for a new engine at 100%, this would probably jump up to, I would say probably 80K, 90K. So at that point, we could probably get almost up to 100K on this, if we can bargain right with the folks. So that's pretty cool. But how much rep do we get out of it? That's the question. You know, I was gonna drive it into the lot, and I'm like, that's right, you don't do it that way. You have to park it first. Once you see green, you're good to go. And then you got to put it on the... Oh, actually, you have to put it on the rotator once you have an ad, so we need to take the photos first. All right. I like this. I think this is looking good. What am I doing? I swear, I really just want to drive it through the building. Every part of me is like, no, I need to drive it here. Nope, add first. That's right. And we'll get bonuses, actually. Okay, it was definitely green when I got out of the car. Let's adjust it. But we will also get bonuses for washing it, for polishing it. That's like 7.5% for each, 7 to 7.5. And then the photos, we have a percentage added on to that. Oh, and then the license plate repair kit, which I almost forgot. Actually, do we need to do it? No, we don't, actually. No, looks like the plates are fine, actually. Cool. Those are the first plates I've come across, unless it was somehow repaired some other way. I don't know. I don't remember clicking on it to repair it, so. If that's the case, then cool. Because every other plate has been just gnarly. %60 drivable. Again, if we had the engine, or the ability to switch out the engine, we'd be looking at a lot better percentage there. Yeah, 5% bonus for photos, 7.5, 7.5, washed, polished, and then clean plates, 3%. So 75K market value. So we could try to pop it up to, can we do 95? 95 is still in the green. 100K is still in the green. Wow. That might be okay, but let's do... That's still in the green? Okay. Kind of playing around with it here. But we could try to up it a little more. All right, so 113,000. Let's see what we can do there. Now, it is late, so we'll need a nap here. Great. No time to eat. We've got cars to sell. Everything looks better on a rotator. You know, I've told folks that whenever I have a funeral, just stuff me, put me on a rotator. Think about how fun that would be, right? You're walking in and you're just like, oh man, and you look up and you expect a casket and all of a sudden just me on a rotator pointing at you. Maybe some music too. Really set the mood. Ooh, and like a fog machine. That's got to happen. All right, we got a car. Uno Vano. Come on in. You, sir, clearly are walking in need of vehicle. Don't tell me you're walking just for the health of it. Pshaw. Yeah, we'll see how much we get for this monetarily, but also through reputation here. If we keep going the way we have been, and we've been getting anywhere between, let's say, 90 to 100 rep, then we would need to sell several more cars to hit 8. But who knows? Maybe we'll see that all of a sudden, by 100%ing most of everything on the vehicle and selling it, that we get some really good rep from it. Which then makes it so much more viable, which is great. Come on, inside here. Let's go. We got water. We've got donuts. Somewhere we have donuts. There we go. Donut. It's been sitting here since day one, but I'm sure it's still fine. If anything, if you have a dog, you can take it home with you and give it to the dog as a chew toy. Yeah, that donut right there. Oh, you're looking at the van. Come on, you know you want it. Look at it from this angle. Clearly, you're not looking at it from the right angle, sir. Fine. Now we wait. Also, who wouldn't want this trophy? Like, look at it. That thing is fantastic. I'm sure it's not for anything having to do with cars, but... This is the I got so drunk I couldn't count over 2 award. It's fantastic. Yeah, look at it from this angle. Ooh. Aw, yeah. See, she looked at it from the right angle. That other guy was an idiot. Oh. Right, okay.
Haha. Yeah.
All right. So that was 100, was it 150 rep? We just got 150 rep from almost maxing out every part on that vehicle. So at that point, that actually cuts down the amount of vehicles we have to sell by quite a bit. All right, so there is some viability to that. As long as you have the repair machine and you have the funds, and you can get a really good car to help make up, you know, that money, then you're looking pretty good. Especially the vans. The vans seem to sell really well. I mean, 113K. That's awesome. That was a lot more than what we paid for, which is fantastic. So 50K to 113K. And on top of that, 150 rep. Okay, so there is something to that. Well, I'm glad I tested it out, and thank you for bringing it up in the comments as well. I appreciate that. Because I wasn't really sure. Again, my thing was like, well, let's play around and let's see what happens. with rep earn and financials and stuff like that and time. Now that did take a little bit of time. Like within that time, we could have flipped 2 cars quickly. But I mean, for the rep earn, that was pretty nice. That kind of made it worth more so than trying to go through multiple cars at once. So that is just what we'll have to do. So we'll get closer and closer to rep 8 here. And what we're trying to work toward, by the way, just so you know. So mechanical workshop is reputation level 8. So at this point, hire a worker to take care of the mechanical workshop. So at this point, we have someone at every single station that will do something. And then additional mechanical workshop station. So now we can put 2 cars in there and can run them. So we can fix a car, the other person can fix the other car. Now I'm really curious in how this employee is going to function. Are they just going to replace everything they can with all the parts available in the inventory? Are you going to be able to tell them which parts to change out? I'm super intrigued. So I definitely want to see that. But yeah, ability to replace engine, radiator, and clutch parts. That's going to be really, really nice. Outside of that, then from there, Rep 10 is where we see the next big update. Modern building, more car display platforms. This is all for the office. More parking lot space. Repair machine upgrade. Hire a worker to take care of the reception for you. Storage expansion. So basically, between Rep 8 upgrades and Rep 10, you can really start managing multiple cars now and actually have a real dealership instead of kind of doing one at a time. And we've shown that we can do multiple cars. It's just, if you're trying to also get that rep up and stuff, you can't do as much as you'd like a lot of times if you really want to just kind of not make it feel too grindy. So we have managed to sell multiple cars at once, but not to the degree that we've done today. And then, the workshop. So the body workshop will get 1 more upgrade at level 9. So 8, 9, and 10. So it'll go the mechanical workshop, the body workshop, and then the office. And for this new room, the photo studio, which I'm intrigued on. Maybe that's where we can finally start getting like the interior shots of the cars and stuff. Honestly, though, unless they add some sort of benefit where it's like, oh, well, you got like an interior shot or this type of shot that you wouldn't be able to get prior, as long as we can get a bonus for it, then it's worth it. If not, though, it doesn't really make a lot of sense because the tablet is just so easy. It's a quick click and you're done. So I'm definitely intrigued to see what this offers us. Well, yeah, we're sitting at $172,867. So in the next episode, we will make sure to finally hit Reputation 8 now that we've done some more testing, which I love doing. So hopefully you've enjoyed it as well. And then from there, we'll do the upgrade to the mechanical workshop, check out how the employee functions, and see if we can't start running multiple cars through here and try to get their durability up as high as possible. But thank you so very much. It's been awesome hanging out with you once again. Take care of yourselves and each other. I look forward to hanging out with you in the next one.